Hey everybody, what is going on? Hexlex here with another Master Duel video. In this video, we're going to be taking a look at some live games with good old Tri-Brigade Lyrilusc here. Not the Tri-Zoo that I've been playing quite a bit of lately, but no, Tri-Brigade Lyrilusc, which is a deck I've been meaning to come back to actually for quite a while now. I've been so busy, experimenting with and adding, Baron to add Emancipators, and then also refining Tri-Zoo and getting more content out for that. A lot of other decks have kind of gotten, a little bit to the wayside, and I want to kind of come back to some of those, especially Tri-Brigade Lyrilusc, because I really, really like this deck. And I actually just got done, doing a couple warm-up games and updating the deck list. I think I'm going to be doing a separate deck profile for it. In the event that I don't, though, I'll go ahead and list the changes that I've made real quick from my previous iterations here. Basically, for my tech spot, I was playing DD Crow, but I went ahead and dropped that for Nibiru, the Primal Being, instead. As I've said a couple of times recently, I think if you're playing 3 Maxx, you should have Nibiru as a threat in most decks. Obviously, that's not applicable in every single deck, but generally speaking, if you're playing Maxx and your opponent is, taking the Maxx challenge, they're going off and they're going to go for game and they're just summoning a bunch, you don't even care. Well, it doesn't really do you a whole lot of good to be drawing a bunch of cards if you don't have a threat to go into to stop yourself from dying. And Nibiru is that perfect threat. Nibiru is obviously also really good if you happen to be going second and open it. We're playing only one copy, so that's kind of, doesn't happen too often, but it's mainly there to get drawn by Maxx, particularly when people do decide to go into the Maxx challenge. Another change we're making to the deck is I actually took out 1-for-1, which I don't think I mentioned to... Oh, and I should mention this as well. I'm actually streaming this video as I'm recording it. So this is something that I'm going to be trying out since I'm, playing games with live commentary anyway. I might as well be playing, the footage or the games live, on stream as well. So yeah, this is something I think I'm going to be doing more in the near future. So definitely check out my Twitch and my Twitter, links in the description below, to see when I'm streaming live, and you might get a sneak peek at videos like this one. So anyway, yeah, I took out 1-for-1 and I put in a third droplet. And the main reason I took out 1-for-1 is because I'd been trying it for a while, and there just weren't too many scenarios where it was enabling plays I didn't already have access to. In that regard, it seems, I don't know, I don't want to call it a win more card, because it's not necessarily that, but it's just, it doesn't always set yourself up to combo as well as I would like it to. Like, yeah, you can pitch something and then special, like a Cobalt Sparrow and get a search, but like, really, what are you going to search? Like a Sapphire Swallow, you need to have another, like, winged beast monster in hand to make that kind of combo live. And yeah, I don't know, there's just like, it doesn't enable a whole lot that you couldn't already do most of the time. And the other thing about 1-for-1 that I don't like is that it feels really, really bad when you get Ash, because it's a -1. Like, you obviously invest the 1-for-1 itself and then the card that you discard, and then from there, if they Ash it, then you're out 2 cards for their 1. So yeah, I'm gonna try without the 1-for-1. Like I said, my warm-up games, I wasn't missing it too badly. I didn't find too many scenarios where I was like, yeah, I kind of wish I would, have another extender right now. So the other change that I made was that I put back in the third Cobalt Sparrow, and what was it that I took out? Oh, I took out a second Lightning Storm. I took out a second Lightning Storm because I think 1 Lightning Storm and 1 Harpie's Feather Duster is fine enough backer removal for this deck, which... Lightning Storm's main function is pretty much back row removal, especially with the addition of a third Forbidden Droplet. Clearing away monsters on the opponent's board isn't quite as needed. So, yep, I put in the third Sparrow just to enable more live plays. Also, since we're not playing 1-for-1, it helps to have more access to more copies of it. That way, we are still able to combo consistently. So, yep, that is going to pretty much be it for the deck. I'll go through it card by card here. I actually usually do that sooner in the video, but let's go ahead and do it now real quick before I jump into these games. We've got 3 Lyrilusc Cobalt Sparrow, 2 Lyrilusc Sapphire Swallow, 3 Lyrilusc Turquoise Warbler, 3 Tri-Brigade Nervall, 3 Lyrilusc Beryl Canary, 2 Lyrilusc Celestine Wagtail, 3 Maxx, 1 Tri-Brigade Kerass, 1 Tri-Brigade Kitt, 3 Ash Blossom and Joyous Spring, 3 Tri-Brigade Fractal, 1 Mist Valley Apex Avian, 1 Nibiru the Primal Being, 1 Harpie's Feather Duster, 1 Lightning Storm, 3 Lyrilusc Bird Call, 1 Fire Formation Tenki, 2 Call by the Grave, 3 Forbidden Droplet. Now down here in the extra deck, we've got a number F0 Utopic Future, 2 Lyrilusc Recital Starling, 1 Lyrilusc assembled Nightingale, 1 number F0 Utopic Draco Future, 1 Lyrilusc Ensemblue Robin, 1 Downward Magician, 1 Divine Arsenal Zeus Sky Thunder, which again, it still makes me laugh every time I think about it. That's how you're supposed to pronounce that. 1 Salmon Grey Almirage, 1 Ancient Warrior's Oath Double Dragon Lords, 1 Tri-Brigade Ferrigite the Barren Blossom, 1 Racevulgar the Desperate Doom Eagle, 1 Simorg Bird of Sovereignty, 1 Access Code Talker, and then finally 1 Tri-Brigade Shurg the Ominous Omen. So yeah, the list is actually for the most part still the same, just with those little minor changes. But as I've discussed in the past, you know, even minor changes to a deck can definitely make all the difference there. So, alright, let's go ahead and take a look at some live gameplay here. Okay, got our game against Dark Hero here. And we are going to be going second. Which, you know, not ideal, but we have plenty of tools in our deck to help us go second. We've got the Seas, we've got the Ashes, we've got the Droplets, we've got the... yeah, we got Ash and Droplets, so that's pretty good. Ooh, it's a Despia deck. That's neat. Am I going to Ash this Albion? Probably not. Let's see. Because they're just putting this back and drawing a card, right? No, I think there's probably better stuff to Ash. I think that's fine. So what am I going to do on my turn based on this hand? Well, we've got Fractal. We could potentially set up either like a Tri-Brigade combo or something to bring back with this Beryl Canary. Thing to always keep in mind with Beryl Canary, of course, is that if you activate her effect, you can only exceed someone for the rest of the turn. So if we are going to set up a Beryl Canary play, wow, opponent Maxx right out of the gate. This is interesting. So there is a... I mean, I have Ash and Called By. I should just negate this C. There's like this part of me that's just as stingy with my card resources in game as I am with like my ultra rare craft points, where I'm like, I could just let this C resolve, summon Fractal, battle, and then just not summon. But like, how good of combos do we have right now anyway? So with this hand, I'm probably just going to Fractal, Kitt, Nervall, add, I don't know, Kerass, I guess, and just make some amount of Tri-Brigade plays to set up an Apex Avian. Yeah, that's definitely better. We'll not be stingy. I'm just gonna Ash this C. Even though I was pretty sure I was gonna Ash anyway, I think it's still important to consider lines like that. Because if you just kind of like dismiss lines like that, of like, oh, I could do this. No, that's bad. Never mind. I think you miss out on some unique lines that could potentially end up with a better board. Not all the time, not even often necessarily, but some of the time. So I think it's good to consider stuff like that. Even if, again, you're pretty sure you're not going to end up going down the line that you're thinking about. I mean, I know there's like this stigma of like, oh, I don't want to take forever because I don't want to annoy my opponent. But it's like... And I think this with any digital card game, like, you shouldn't feel bad about running down the time. I mean, obviously we shouldn't run down the time all the way because then we lose at that point. But, like, we have the time. You might as well use it to think. And the reason I used Ash there instead of Called By is in case my opponent also had an Ash. I wanted to be able to Call By the Ash. Obviously, you can't Ash an Ash. So that's why I Ashed the C and I saved the Call By there. Let me just make sure. Yep, I'm going to go ahead and add Kerass here. I don't know if I'm going to summon Kerass, though. I would do so by pitching Beryl Canary, which, to be fair, isn't particularly live at the moment. But for now, I could... Well, I don't even have to do that, because I'm playing Ferrigite in my extra deck, so I can just start doing, like, Tri-Zoo stuff, right? Like, I can summon Fractal, banish 2, summon Ferrigite, use Ferrigite, summon Kerass. Ooh, but I don't have access to a Nervall right now, so I can't really link away into Simorg, because I need a Winged Beast monster. Oh, man. I either need a wing... Well, okay, but I can still link away... Ooh, but I can't link away into Racevulgar. This is actually one of the niche scenarios where it would actually be pretty nice to have a Rugal in this extra deck. For literally exactly this scenario. But it doesn't come up too often, so... It's not something I'm super concerned with. Okay, if I summon Fractal... There's an argument to be made to just summon Fractal and then just banish 3 and go into some Morgue, but I want to make use of this Kerass, and let's see. Oh, we could just go into a Link too, but not really because we're already going into Ferrigite. Well, okay, we could. No, we don't have enough Tri-types in deck or engraved to do what I'm thinking of. Maybe the best line is to just. Well, we could summon Kerass with his own effects instead of Ferrigite, and that would kind of solve all our problems, right? So we summon Kerass by discarding Beryl Canary. That sets up 4 engrave. But then we have a normal summon, we don't need Ferrigite. But we can still set up a double Dragon Lord. In addition to some Morgue. Wait, we could even... Okay, hang on. Actually, we could just go for game. What am I doing? We can just... I see a line where we can go for game, I'm pretty sure here. I'm pretty sure we can just... Yeah, win. Alright, let me do this, right? Let's summon Kerass. Okay, and then I have 3 engrave. So if I banish 3, summon access code, or banish 3, summon Racefolger, link them into access code. Yeah, that sets up 3 in my grave. Oh, but then I can't. I can't actually go for. Oh, but I can banish 3 and summon some Morgue. I'm just trying to think if I can like. I mean, I can't OTK this turn, but I have to ignore my opponent's back row, which might actually just be fine. Let's try it. Okay, I'm going to activate Kerass's effect for 3, go for some Morgue, link them into access code, and then summon Fractal, banish for some Morgue, access code, or for, Raceholger, and then, yeah, okay, this is the line. I don't know if this is the best line, but this is the line that lets us win this turn, so let's try it. Yeah, let's do this. And obviously if our opponent, you know, has a response at any point. See, that's the other thing too. They're not getting prompted to respond with their back row, which is kind of what makes me think it might be like a bluff or something. And I'll only have the 1 link. I just wish I could get like 1 more link engrave. I think maybe I could if I'd gone for Ferrigite. No, I don't know. Maybe. Well, no, because I couldn't have summoned... So, yeah, we already went over this. Yeah, it's because I don't have a Rugal in my extra deck. Okay, so let's summon Fractal. Oh, it can't be used as a link material. Ah, I forgot about that. Okay, well, this is fine anyway, because the other line, if I wasn't going to win this turn, I was thinking of going into, was just going into some Morgue anyway. So I am actually okay with this. Despian Tragedy. This card is sent to the graveyard. You can add a Despia monster from your deck to your hand. That's fine. Actually, we can negate that. Oh, it doesn't even activate. Never mind. Oh, I think it's set except during the damage step. Oh, no, it didn't. Oh, buy a card effect. Gotcha. Okay. Then I'm gonna set Droplet and Called By here. And then we'll activate some Morgue, and yep, that leaves enough for the Apex Avian. Alright, there we go. Okay, so after talking in circles, only to find out we can't OTK, we still end on a pretty solid board here. I'm sure there was probably a better play I could have done there, but I don't know. It can't be ours to... I mean, I shouldn't say it can't be ours to figure it out, but... I don't know. I didn't want to run down my time completely. I was getting to the point where it's like, okay, I need to really, you know, watch this. Despian Tragedy is activating. Banish this card. Target 1 branded set it. Okay, so they're setting their branded opening. Discard 1 card, then take a Despia from room. Special summon it. That's fine. Yeah, I don't care. We can do that. Okay. Sending from deck, that's fine. They can cycle, I don't care about that. How many Tri-types do I have engraved? 1, okay. Okay, cool. They don't have it. I figured we were in a pretty good spot. Okay, cool, got it. So... Yeah, like I said, even though we weren't able to win that turn, we were still able to establish a pretty good board. You know, obviously the Apex Avian threatens with an Omni Negate, and then we still had the Called By and the Droplet as well. Called By actually being fairly relevant against a deck like Despia. So, okay, cool. Let's go ahead and take a look at the next game. Alright, next opponent here, another Plat 1 player, so they can be playing just about anything. We get the first turn, which is obviously really nice. Let's go ahead and hop right in. Ooh, good hand, good hand. Actually, we would have preferred like a call by, but I mean, we'll definitely still take this hand. So I'm definitely going to... Oh, and our opponent is also a very cultured person and actually has a decent board with good music. So that's always nice. Gonna lead with Fractal here, even though I don't necessarily need it to try to bait an Ash, because obviously I'd rather this unnecessary Fractal get Ash than just about anything else I've got. I was just about to say, if the Fractal actually resolves, we've already got the Sparrow in hand, so we actually don't have to set that up in grave. So we can actually just set up a bunch of Tri-Brigade stuff in grave, which could definitely come in handy later. I'll even add a Kerass with this Nervall. That way, if our main line of like Lyrilusc plays gets stopped, we still have like some Tri-Brigade plays to fall back into. Alright, and then yeah, like I said, with this Nervall, I'm just going to go ahead and add Kerass. I feel like my opponent has a Maxx, which is kind of bothering me a little bit. Maybe I should add... What if I added Fractal? No, I don't have like a Revolt thing to go into. I am actually still kind of thinking about putting a Revolt in this deck. I just don't have... I don't feel like I have this... Well, I'm sure I could find space for it, but... I like everything that's in the main deck right now. It's like, the way I look at it like this when I'm thinking about what cards to put in a deck is, like I've got the 40 cards I'm going to play, but I really have anywhere from like 45 to 50 cards, and then you just trim out the worst 5 to 10. So like, Revolt is probably in my 45 cards, but it didn't make the final 40, if that makes any sense. Alright, moment of truth. Let's see if they've got the Maxx that they've been telegraphing all game. Or, yep, all turn, I mean. Yep, they've got it. Well, that's too bad. So, you know, at this point, there's not a whole lot we can really do except cry. So, I'm just going to go ahead and summon my Sparrow and probably set Nervall and then end there. What am I going to add with this Sparrow? Probably just a Beryl Canary. I think that's the safest thing to add. And then I think I'm just going to set Nervall and then pass to my opponent here. There's definitely no reason to give them more draws, because like I could, it's like, well, you could at least get a couple more searches or something, but it's like, yeah, I go into the Recital Starling and I get a Surge, but it's still not like much of a threat, you know, by itself. So I'm just, whatever, I'm just gonna pass here. Okay, Pot of Prosperity. Could mean actually any number of things. Oh yeah, someone pointed out in a comment actually that I totally overlooked that you actually do choose the cards you banish from your extra deck, so this card's a little bit better than I thought it was. I've actually never played it. It's Madolche's. This deck's actually been getting pretty popular lately. It's a good thing we have Nibiru. Obviously, Nibiru going to be very, very strong against Madolche's. I actually don't know off the top of my head if it lets you... Or, that was a bad way to phrase that. So I've got this Nibiru in my hand, and I know that there's the Exceed monster that detaches a material, and then Madolche's are unaffected, but I don't know if tributing... I think you can tribute stuff that's unaffected by other card effect. Yeah, I'm fairly certain you can. I think that should still work. Okay, they're just going Angeli into Hoot Cake. So they actually don't have, I think anyway, they don't have like a full combo. Because ideally, I'm pretty sure you usually start with like... Oh, okay, no, that's right, they go into Pudding Sisor. I always forget about this card, or Petting Sis... Yeah. the younger sister, right, that one. Okay, so that's 2, 3. That's right, and that lowers this to level 4. Oh, let's see. So, what the kind of cool thing about Nibiru is, too, is that I don't even have to Nibiru right away. Because obviously, once I can Nibiru, it's going to give me the prompt to, and that's going to telegraph to my opponent. Any half-decent player would realize that I have Nibiru after only getting telegraphed, or only getting prompted for a response at, you know, a certain point, so... but that might sound like a disadvantage, but in a lot of ways it can actually work out to our advantage. Because that could cause them to, like, affect how they play. So, okay, this is summon number 5, but even though I just said we could potentially wait, I might just Nibiru now. Because actually someone in chat did just inform me that you cannot Nibiru unaffected cards, so it's because it's part of the effect. So that's good to know. Okay. Okay. Just make sure this doesn't have like a quick effect or something. I think it's probably just best to Nibiru now, right? They've already used their normal summon for Angeli. And I'm pretty sure if I clear their board, they can't keep extending. So, we'll just do it now. Oops, there goes my good old chair. I need to get a new one. Oh, is our opponent going to disconnect here? Actually, I hope not. Oh no, I wanted to get decent gameplay in. Yeah, that's another like first world problem I have, is like I actually, you know, most people when their opponents disconnect, they're like, yes, free win. But me, I'm like, no, because usually I'm trying to get footage or something, and I'm like, I want a good game. I want a good game to show people. So I'm like rooting for my opponent to reconnect always. Oh, they have the cross out. That's so sad. No. Ugh, excuse me. Whew. Oh man, they have the cross out exterminator. That's no good. Well, I guess we'll see how much they're actually able to combo off, what their end board ends up looking like. We do have some amount of plays established already with what we have on board and in hand, so it might not be too bad here. Is this Dugan special summon a Madolche for your deck? Okay, got it. Wow, yeah, I hadn't realized until the deck picked up popularity again kind of recently that Madolches actually do have a pretty... We actually have gotten a pretty good amount of good support since I last stopped playing. Because I stopped playing, I always mention this, in like 2016, so when I stopped playing, the last wave of Madolche support had come out in like 2014, I'm pretty sure, which was like... Which, to be fair, was like Hoot Cake and Angeli, which were, you know, very, very good additions, and the Tiramisu as well. Actually... I haven't looked into Madolches about how many ultra rares that would cost me. I think I have, actually. I think it was like a little bit too many for me to want to try. Because I think, is this an ultra rare? I'm pretty sure, where is she? Pretty sure she's an ultra rare. Pretty sure Tiramisu is. I don't know if the Pudding Sis Chocolate a la mode is. Madolche Chateau. Yep. This is all fine because I can't obviously do a whole lot about it. Actually, are they just gonna OTK me? Can they put back all my monsters? Let's see, they overlay into Tiramisu. I think Tiramisu can shuffle 2 of them back, so she'll probably shuffle back, you know, my face-down monster and one of the birds. Unless she can only shuffle back face-up cards. I actually don't remember off the top of my head. I'm pretty sure she can shuffle back any card, though. Oh yeah, I'm pretty sure they're gonna have game. Wait. 27, 3,000, 57, 77... I mean... Right now, I think they're a little bit off. We'll see. I think right now they're like 200 off lethal if they overlay the Mageline and the Messengelato. Okay, let's see. Yeah, cards. Okay, it's not face-up cards. Yeah, they're gonna shuffle back the face-down monster and probably, I don't know, one of these birds. Doesn't matter which. So then, Hoot Cake attacks, and then yeah, this is 57 plus 21 is 78. So right now they're 200 short. Let's see if they do end up being short. What's my comeback line? So okay, so they're gonna be short. Summon Kerass, link into, well, it will largely depend on what I draw for turn, but I guess I would just have to link. Oh, but I don't have any links in Grave, so I can't even access code that many monsters. We'll figure it out. Maybe I can go into a Zeus line. Thing is, too, their back row is probably the... Actually, yeah, I know it's the Promenade. Which is obviously a problem. Trying to think if we even have an out here. What would our out be? Bird Call might do it. Oh, what does this do again? Does it have a quick effect? No. Okay. I don't see the words quick effect. I probably don't care. Can't be destroyed by card effects or targeted. That's fine. Okay, there's Droplet, which doesn't really do a whole lot for us. Okay, can we make it exceed a monster? Is that possible? I don't think so. This only brings back a Lyrilusc, and we only have an... Oh, we have a Lyrilusc in Grave. But the problem is that they have a Promenade face down. But that might actually not be a okay, let me try this. I'm gonna activate Beryl Canary. We'll just see what happens here. That's fine. You can max C. It's... Yeah, that's fine. Yep. I mean, it's not actually fine. Obviously, they're going to get to draw a lot of cards here, but it's going to have to be fine. To be fair, they've at least burned through pretty much all their resources already. Wait, let me think for a second here. Is there something smarter to go into in case they... Because I know they have the negation. Whatever, let's just go for it. I mean, I don't think we're going to win this game, but we should definitely still try. Okay, Symbol Nightingale. Where's the Promenade? Just waiting for that to flip up here. Attack, and attack directly. Yep. Nope. If they actually wait until Zeus comes out, oh my god. Oh my god, they let the attack go through. Hang on, let me read something real quick. Where is it? Where is it? Here we go. Let me read this again. Target one face-up card your opponent controls and one Madolche monster you control or in your graveyard. Negate the effects of that opponent's card until the end of this turn, and if you do, return your monster to the hand. You can banish this card from your graveyard, then target one Madolche Xyz monster you control, attach a material to it, blah blah, nobody cares about that, so it's just a negation. Okay, so I'm... Cool, I'm in the clear now. I wonder if I should even just not attack. I'm not even going to attack a second time. Like, I'm not even going to chance it. I've got my direct attack in. I'm just going to Zeus him. Get Zeus, get Zeus, get Zeus, get Zeus, get Zeus. Haha. Because they're going to chain the Promenade, but I'm still going to be able to chain Zeus again. I'll just wipe their board. And, like, again, yeah, they're drawing a bunch of cards, but they only have 5 cards left in their extra deck. Unless they get to recycle a bunch here, and I don't really realize that, but I'm sending everything, so I'm pretty sure everything is just going to die here. Again, we knew this Promenade was getting chained, that's fine. Alright, send those. Now we send everything. Okay, what is left in their extra deck, I wonder? I kind of wish I knew the extra deck a little bit. I know one of these is still in there. We could even still summon... Oh my god, we could even still summon Kerass! That's so good! Oh my god, we can make a Morgan and Apex Avian! That's so strong! Actually, wait. We're still under Maxx. Shit. I'm glad I thought about that when I did. Is that even... that might actually still be fine, though. To make an Apex Avian, even though we're under Maxx. No, there's no reason to give them more cards. Whatever. I shouldn't have summoned this Kerass. It's fine. I'm just gonna pass. I guess there's an argument to still making Morgan and then Apex there, but that's 2 more draws. It's just... No. It's fine. It's fine. We gave them enough draws. It's all good. We still have Nibiru if they go off really hard. Okay, I guess they had Lightning Storm anyway. I mean, we would have bounced Apex Avian, but whatever. Oh, they got rid of the back row. Joke's on you, because now I get to use Zeus's effect. And let's see here. What is the worst card in my deck right now? What do I not want to draw? What is my opponent playing again? Madolche's. What is my opponent playing again? Jesus. We could do Almirage. I don't see myself using that. Harpie's Feather Duster is probably not going to be that great, although it could actually still be... It's not a good draw here. I want something from the main deck. I want to get rid of a bad draw. What's a bad... I mean, Apex Avian's a bad top deck, but we could still go into some more later. Harpie's Feather Duster is not a great top deck. Lightning Storm isn't a good top deck. Is Lightning Storm still better to keep in deck than Harpies, though? Because it could potentially out monsters. I think it is, actually. I'm going to attach Harpies as a material here. I think it's close. I think you could make a solid argument for Lightning Storm or Harpies there, but I think it's probably Harpies by a little bit. And by a little bit, I mean like 50.5% as opposed to 49.5 or something like that. Like, very slight. See, this is the kind of game where even if I lose, I'd be down to show it, because this is actually interesting to watch. Oh, I think I just referenced something I said off screen in the middle of the game. Whatever. Ooh, they did have another tiramisu. I should have considered that. That's definitely not good. But that is kind of one of the reasons I wanted to keep Lightning Storm in deck over Harpies a little bit, because I figured they had a pretty decent shot of just clearing my board. They'll probably just stop here because they should know I have a Nibiru still, because they negated it earlier. Obviously, they would have seen it in hand. So probably just attack, yeah, directly, and then pass. So what am I looking to top deck? Literally any Tri-Brigade monster. It's too bad I sent Kitt earlier. But I still have the Fractals, the Kerass, and Tenki. Beryl Canary wouldn't be bad either. I got a Nash. Alright, we're gonna have to set the Ash to not die. And then pass to our opponent. Yeah, it's probably not gonna be a W, but we managed to fight back better than I thought we were gonna be able to. When they dropped that initial board. But that also just goes to show why it's like, I always say you shouldn't concede mentally or like actually concede. And what I mean by mental conceding, I've talked about this in videos in the past, but mental conceding is just the idea of like you just kind of give up, right? Like even though you haven't actually hit the surrender button yet, you're just like, alright, whatever, I'll just flip my thing to off or just mash the right click button until my opponent kills me. But I mean, no, we should always, in literally every scenario, be looking for ways to like actively win the game. And yeah, my opponent, dropped a huge big board that looked really scary, but we were still able to Zeus over it. I mean, again, obviously they have another tiramisu, and we don't have much follow-up, so as a result, we're in a fairly precarious situation. But, you know, at the same time, we're still able to clear the scary board away, and had we potentially drawn something different, we might have been able to even have another backup play as well. I'm trying to remember what we even did draw that last turn. Was it Droplet, I think, or something? I don't remember. But in any case, our opponent's going to have it here with this direct attack. GG's, Madolches. GG's. Okay, next opponent here is Abstracts. I like that username. And they are going to be going first here. I think we've lost. Did we win a coin flip yet? I don't know if we've won a coin flip yet tonight. I guess it's only the fourth game I played tonight. One of the two. I think it's fourth. Well, we don't open any hand traps. That's obviously not a very good sign. Yeah, because we actually also opened our Apex Avian and double Nervall with only a Beryl Canary. So, not a great hand, but I mean, also not like an unplayable one. We have a Fractal for setup at the very least, so we have options. As always, it's going to largely depend on what our opponent does. 43 card deck, that's interesting. And they're not going to do anything. Alright, that works for me, I suppose. Ooh, we got a called by for some insurance on our plays. Always nice to have. We're going to lead with Fractal here and do some sort of Fractal setup. If they ash, yep, I'm going to called by for sure, as this is going to be the more or less only line of play I have access to with this hand. If they do have Maxi as well, that's going to be a bit unfortunate, but it is what it is. Okay, we could actually send Sparrow with Fractal, and then Beryl Canary, and then not go into Link stuff, but have Xyz plays. The other line is to then set up. No, it's just better, I think, to set up the Tri-Brigade stuff in grave with a hand like this. Send Nervall. And I think we should add Kerass here. Yeah, let's add Kerass. Let me actually see something real quick. Okay, it is hander deck. Good. I thought it was. I definitely should have checked that since I wasn't 100% sure before I did all those plays, but well, it is what it is. What it is. Okay. Activate effect. Discarding one of my Nervalls. Summon that in defense mode. I have 1, 2, 3, 4 engrave, so what's the line here? We could banish 2, summon Faragite. Oh, it's too bad we don't play Appaloosa. I actually did almost put that in my extra deck. It would actually be really good here. Let's see, we could Kerass for 2 for Faragite. Faragite, summon, bless, something, Nervall. Not Beryl Canary, just Nervall. That leaves 2 in my grave, so I'd have to link them. Oh, but I can't. We've talked about this. Yeah, this is, yeah, another line. Or maybe I should put Rugal in the extra deck. I don't know. Not Beryl. Jesus. Lyrilusc is one of those decks where I wish I could have, like, 17 cards in my extra deck. Like, even one more spot would make so much of a difference. Maybe I should take this out. I never, like, use this Al Mirage. Maybe I should take it out. But, alright. Let me think here. What's the best line? I mean, obviously we're going to summon some Morg and get this Apex Avian out. Just trying to figure out what else we're going to do in addition to that, if anything. We could actually still make some Xyz plays now that I think about it. Well, no, yeah, we could actually. We could summon... Ooh! Wait. I have an idea. Okay. If I Kerass for Faragite. Okay, let me try something real quick. I'm going to do a little bit of an experimental line of play, right? I'm going to Kerass... Yeah, do those two. Okay, I think I have an idea. I'm going to Kerass for Faragite. And I'm going to activate Faragite's effect. Summoning the Nervall. Put the Nervall here. And then I have... See, here's the problem, though. Yeah, I have 2 engrave. Oh, but I do have Nervall. Oh, but I have to... But it doesn't really matter what I make here, right? Well, no, I want to overlay the Nervall. That's right. That's the problem. Is that I want to Xyz with the Nervall. I'm thinking about normal summoning this Beryl Canary. and then overlaying into Recital Starling, and then I can detach for another Beryl Canary, and then I can actually activate that Beryl Canary's effect. The problem is that... Oh, you know what? I think actually I found a way to circumvent this problem. Oh, you know what? That doesn't work because it's not wind, it's winged beast that I need, right? Yeah. Oh, shoot. I kind of pulled the trigger on that a little bit too early. Well, okay. We're already locked into it. Let's just go ahead and banish for 2 and get the Double Dragon Lord. And then I'm just thinking... What if I normal summon the Beryl Canary? Racefolger is only winds, not just including a wind, right? Yeah. The problem is, like, I want to do, like... I need Nervall for every summon I want to do right now, so I have to kind of pick one. I could still tribute summon this Apex Avian. I didn't even think about that, actually, until just now. I could still just tribute summon this Apex Avian. There's got to be a way to do everything I want to here. I don't think there is, though. Unless I make, like, Shureg. With these two, I guess. What does that even do for me, though? Shureg is a winged beast, though, right? Shureg is a winged beast. Okay, so wait. What if I made Shureg and the normal bear? No, that's not enough link markers. Ah! It's so close. It's so close. You know what? I'm just going to make this Simorgh. I think that's the best line I have here. We got the Simorgh plus Double Dragon Lord. That's not a bad opening. I'm satisfied with that. And actually, with the Fairy Majit draw, we could still draw another line of play here. And we can put the Apex Avian back, so... I think this ends up being best. Ooh, we drew a Fractal. Wait. That might actually lead to something. Hang on. If I summon Fractal... Well, no, I don't have anything else to... I only have 2 Tri-types in Grave. But I could summon Fractal. What if I linked these? No, that doesn't do anything. Summon Beryl, Canary. Go into Racefolger. That doesn't do anything. Okay. I think I'm probably just going to pass at this point. Let me look at my extra deck again. My opponent must be so annoyed with me. But this was actually not an easy first turn. Just because of the weirdness of our hand. Yeah. I think this is good. I never know whether to summon this in attack or defense mode, because if they're going to Lightning Storm, we're probably just going to bounce it anyway. But I'll go ahead and summon it in defense mode just to be safe, I guess. Okay. So, you know, obviously not like the ideal turn 1 opening board. We still have the Omni Negate of Apex Avian, and we have Disruption in the form of Double Dragon Lord, so... That should hopefully be enough, combined with the fact that our opponent is starting with 1 less card, obviously because they... what do they play? The Ash that we banished, that's right. So, okay, yeah, like I said, a weird opening line, but we had a weird hand, so... Ooh, opponent's got a Kaiju. That's never a good sign. Ah, and then they have the Lightning Storm. Ugh, that sucks. It's fine, though. They only have 3 cards, so hopefully whatever they do isn't too scary. No, it's nothing. Okay. Oh, yeah, they just passed. Oh, did we not battle? I just realized that. Because they passed... Didn't they pass their first turn? I think I just assumed I went first. Yeah, this is turn 4. I didn't battle! I didn't battle. Whoops. Yeah, I didn't battle because I thought I was going first. Because my opponent... Yeah, I just... Wow, okay. That's nice. Anyway. I don't think it'll matter, because we should still be able to just win right now. Because we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5... Far more than enough Tri-types in Grave. Do we have... Okay, we don't have a Nervall still, so I can't discard this Fractal. I gotta save it. So... 1, 2, 3 for Racefolger. Link them into access code. Summon... Okay, yeah, that's more than enough. 1, 2, 3. Actually, how many monsters? They only have one monster engraved. I don't even think we need to... Just activate Recital's effect. We have Cobalt if they have a hand trap. Oh, but I think I need to set up more stuff for Fractal to... Do I have a link to in here? No, I don't. Okay, so this is... Okay, so I do have to make access code. It's not that big of a deal, though. Wait, access code. Okay, yeah, we make the 5300 access code. We activate the effect for Recital to, you know, bump it up to 5300. Okay, now we can activate Fractal for 4 cards. For Shurig. Obviously, we don't want to activate that. Move to battle phase, attack, and attack for game. Cool. Good, 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 good. Alright, so that was another nice, well, kind of nice game. I mean, our opponent didn't really do anything, but we at the very least got to show, like, how to kind of play with a weird opening hand and, like, odd lines of play that you wouldn't normally see with, like, a more standard combo. So, I think I'm going to try to get one more solid game in here, and then we'll call it for the video. Okay, so we've got our last game here against XXCC5454. That sounds a lot like a bot. Hopefully it is not an FTK bot. I thought I heard somewhere that they've address the FTK bots. To be fair, I haven't noticed any in the last, like, maybe 24 hours, but I haven't played a whole lot in the last 24 hours, so. Okay, we got Maxx and Droplet, so assuming I'm playing against a real opponent, I've got a pretty solid going second hand here. Now this is the kind of going second hand you want to see against like Drytron. Okay, I'm actually playing against Sky Striker, which is a little confusing. I'm pretty sure Sky Striker you want to go first, right? Also, it's a 42 card Sky Striker, which is also interesting. That's definitely a deck where I think you should try to cut down into 40. And they actually activated the first effect of multi-roll. That's interesting. Is it that they can't be responded to? Okay, so I'm going to flip this to on, given that I can't respond to my opponent's spells anymore. Definitely want to pick a good moment to Maxx C. Right now might actually be a good moment to Maxx C, because I just searched Ray. I know they're going to play it. And if I try to activate Maxx C in response to, like, the summon of Ray, they can just use Ray's quick effect to then... Okay, well, they have Ash anyway, but whatever, it's fine. But this is why I don't get why you want to go first playing Sky Striker, because, like, you can't use Hayate to set up Kagiri to then, you know, go into stuff. Oh, are they going to blow up their... Oh, they're going to... Okay, yeah, I got it. They're going to, yeah, activate, target Ray, and then chain Ray's effect, and go into Shizuku, and then get their Excavate anyway. Yep. And they can Shizuku for something, but, like, whatever. I don't care. They don't have anything to get back with multi-roll, so... All in all, not the most powerful opening for a Sky Striker deck. But, actually, I mean, you know, look at our hand. It's not that great either, to be honest. But we could at least hopefully maybe draw something better. Hopefully, maybe. They do have the Ray engraved, which is always a little annoying when they've got, like, the Shizuku, or just the Link monster in general, but it's, again, I'm not really concerned. Too concerned, anyway. It's definitely on my radar. Ooh, we opened Fractal. That is a good draw. We can flip this back to auto. We do not need to activate the effect of a card. Let's go ahead and activate our Fractal's ability. We know they don't have any hand traps, so that's really nice. Given our hand, which is, again, another weird hand where we only have Nervall and Beryl Canary. That's like the last couple of times I've tried to record, like, games for this deck. I just keep opening weird hands. Which I guess in a way is good, because, like, obviously we can just refer to combo guides to learn how to combo with standard hands, but, you know, I would still like to not have to, like, you know, sit here and think for 2 minutes about how the hell I'm going to make a decent turn one board. I still don't fully know what I'm about to do here, but, okay, like, am I going to add Fractal or Kerass? I mean, we've been in this exact spot before. Last time we added... Well, not this exact spot. Actually, not this exact spot, because this time we know our opponent doesn't have any hand traps to interrupt us. I wonder if we can just go for lethal, potentially, here. With something like... Well, they have too many monsters for us to go to Racefulgur plus the access code. We could actually still make a Racefulgur and put back their Ray. We should definitely make an Ape or a Simorgh, I think. So, okay. We should probably get Kerass and pitch to Beryl Canary to set up more Tri-types in our graveyard. I'm pretty sure that's the best way to go here. Okay, so what are we doing here? We're going to pitch Beryl Canary, special Kerass, then we have 4 Tri-types in grave. We could potentially banish Shuda, make Ferrijit, and then summon Nervall. But again, as we've discussed many times before, that doesn't actually lead because we don't have Rugal in our extra deck. We don't actually have a good Link 3 to then go into. So what if we instead just straight up banished 3, went for Racefulgur, put back the Ray. Oh, put back the Ray, then go for access code. Jesus, that scared the shit out of me. Then go for access code. Oh, hang on, actually. I think I can just win this turn. I think I just figured out how I'm going to do it. Okay, I'm going to activate Kerass. And then discard the Beryl Canary. We'll summon it in attack mode. It's very important that we summon this in attack mode. And then instead of activating Kerass now, what if I summon Nervall and then use Nervall to get the Racefulgur? Yeah. This is what I want. This is what I want. Okay, Nervall's effect for 3. 1, 2, 3. Doesn't really matter. Then Racefulgur. Then activate Racefulgur. Shuffle back their Ray. Now we can make access code with the Nervall and the Racefulgur. And then gonna activate that. Target this. Ooh, you know what? Hang on. Let me think about something real quick. Because if I banish the Racefulgur, then I only have 2 Tri-types in grave. And then... Can I still go for game? 53 plus 12 is 65. So I only need 1,500. Yeah. This is still game. This is still game. Right? Because I can just... Yeah. This is fine. Okay, destroy the Shizuku. Activate Kerass for 2 cards. To Nervall. Yeah, because now I'll just make double Dragon Lords and just attack for game. And battle. And boom. Still attacking. Always attacking weakest to strongest. Always have the Gore's instinct just implanted in your brain. And then that is enough for lethal. Easy peasy. Yep. Cool. Okay, so yep, we managed to get in a solid amount of games. I'm pretty satisfied with that. Now let us move on to the outro. Alright guys, that is going to do it for this video. Thank you as always for watching, and I hope you enjoyed these bird up games. Like I said, I want to work not only this deck, but like more decks that I have. Not only that I have, but actually I want to start building maybe another deck here in the near future. I was actually, funnily enough, kind of talking in between games with Chad, or I think it was before the games actually. I was kind of talking a bit with Chad about one of the, or some of the decks that I'm interested in trying. So, yeah, you know, I'll be definitely trying to diversify a bit more. Obviously still going to be playing Tri-Zoo and Adamantipator, as I love those decks, but yeah, I know they're the majority of what I upload. So yeah, I want to be able to get some, you know, more different decks out there. Again, Bird Up, because I know you guys like Bird Up, and I also am a huge fan of it too. So, yeah, that is pretty much all I've got for this one. Like I said at the beginning of the video, if you're interested in watching one of these streams live, and in turn, you know, getting a sneak peek at what I'm going to end up recording, then you can go ahead and check out my Twitter and Twitch. Both links are going to be in the description. The Twitch obviously is where I'm streaming at, and my Twitter, I will, you know, even if it's kind of an impromptu stream like tonight's was, I'll still tweet out at the very least an hour before I stream. But I tweeted out a couple of hours before tonight. But yeah, that is going to do it for this one. If you're watching to the end like this, that is super duper awesome. I'm very appreciative of that, as well as if you're commenting and subscribing. But as long as you're just watching, that's really good enough for me. So without further ado, this is XLex signing out, and I hope you guys have a fantastic day.